it to the bank like ha 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 ha. Ooh, go. Laugh it to the bank like ha 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 ha. Ooh, yeah, I got anything.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Tidywittoya. This is your girl Toya, and I know in today's video you like, I can hear your voice but I can't see your face. I look a mess today, y'all, so I want to go over my first 2 weeks of January, and then expense tracking rather, and then I want to show you kind of my digital spreadsheet that I'll be working with from here on out. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. Okay, y'all. For those of you that are new, welcome. My name is Toya, and over here on my channel, we like to keep it tidy. We like to keep it tidy with our home. We like to keep it tidy with our budget. We like to keep it tidy with our life. We can't always achieve it, but we do the best we can to achieve the goals that we have set out day to day. So thank you for joining me. If you are new, make sure you like this video, comment below, subscribe to my channel if this is content that you like. To all my returners, welcome back. I am excited to show you all my digital spreadsheet. All right, so we're going to start off by going through our weekly, our last 2 weeks expenses. All right, so the first expense that I have is some overnight diapers for my son at Target. As you can see, I did start spending on 12/28 and not 12/31. It was just a product of getting paid early in December and needing some funds before the official end of the month, but it's all right for now. And then also on that day, 12/28, I went to Five Below and got my twins some crayons, some magnets from Five Below for $7.50. I also got myself some candy from Five Below. This is a conjunction of candy for me and my husband for $11.35. I also went to Target this day. Well, yes, I did go to Target this day. I also bought some house shoes for myself, and then a media light for my cash stuffing recordings. The Dollar Spot had this cute little media light that I thought would be cool. And that was $14.03. Also on this day, I got a new phone. Now, this $150 is like activation fee, accessories, the last lease payment for my other phone that I gave back to them. I needed more memory on my phone, or more space on my phone, and so this is where this $150.95 came from. I didn't think I would have to pay that, so I did have to wiggle some things around in order to do that on that particular day. Also on 12/28, I went to the Dollar Tree and spent $20.41. This was house products, so a few cleaning products, a couple organizing things from Dollar Tree on this day. Also on 12/28, I went to Aldi and spent $18.83. And then I also went to the DMV on this day and got my car tags. They were $60.50, but I paid 50 cents in change, so I just put 60 on here just because it came from my car budget category. Also, the next day at Target, I went back and got some laundry sanitizer and OxyClean for $35.90. Also on that day, I went to Capital Beauty and got some beads and some rubber bands for my daughter's hair for $8.19. Whoops, y'all. Alrighty, so on 12/30, I went to Hy-Vee and spent $10.02 on grocery items. And also on that same day, I went to Aldi and spent $7.17 at Aldi for grocery items too. And then I also went to Walmart on that day on the 30th also for more grocery items for $83.30. So alrighty, y'all, sorry about that. Had a couple technical difficulties here. So 12/31, 1-1 and 1-2 were all no spend days. On 1-3, I went to Chipotle for $10.91. On 1-4, I went to Hy-Vee and got some breakfast sandwiches, just some Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwiches in a box for $6.99. I also got some candy from Hy-Vee for $4.38. I went to Target and got some milk, and that was for $4.41 on the 4th. And then also on the 4th, I went to Target and got some vitamins. I got some soap for me and my husband. I also got some floss, and that was a total of $41.15. And that came out of a new fund called Essentials, which I'm using for, vitamins, toilet paper, paper towels, stuff like that. Olive Garden. No, I didn't go to Olive Garden. Sorry, y'all. I went to Walmart on the 5th. I got some Olive Garden salad dressing, some snacks, miscellaneous food items for $53. On the 6th, I went to Crow's Coffee with a friend of mine at work and spent $14.65. That included a coffee and also a breakfast burrito. On the 7th, that was a no spend day. On the 8th, my husband gave me $40 to go to Church's Chicken to buy food for the family. We ate out on this day. On the 10th, I went to Aldi and spent $9.99 for groceries. Also on the 10th, I spent $8.95 at Chipotle. On the 9th, which is below the 10th, but I did get gas for $45. This is in gray because this came out of my husband's credit card, and I don't actually have a gas envelope since I typically put it on his credit card. So I didn't have a fund that it goes towards listed there. On the 10th, I went to Aldi and went down the aisle of no return and got a couple toys for the twins for a total of $24.47. And then on the 11th, I went to Aldi and spent $2.63, and I took that out of my fund. That was probably candy, excuse me, or any other miscellaneous items. On the 11th, I also went to Walmart and got some taco items. We were making chicken tacos this night, and also got a couple other things. On the 12th, I also went to Hy-Vee and spent $5.17, and that came out of my fund. On the 13th, I went to Prime Sushi and spent $18, and that came out of my fund as well. On the 13th, I went and got an oil change, and the oil change was $52.86, and they charged me that amount because I actually waited longer than I was expected to, and so they gave me $20 off, so that is a win. And then I won't go into the rest of the budget because that goes into next week's the next 2 weeks. So as you can see on my tracker, this is how I have it situated now. So I will put a budget category here that comes from my monthly budget area that I'll show you here in a second. Any notes about the items that I bought, the dates, the total amount that I spent, the store that I got it from, how much I've spent in this category thus far for the month, and then what is remaining in that category. Okay. So over here is where I keep my monthly budget. And as you all can see, my full-time check is the same. My husband ended up giving almost close to $500 for the month. Just an extra money that he's given along the way for different things. My Facebook check is actually going to be $779.80, and I'll be receiving that a little later on in the month, and I'll do a cash stuffing for that one as well. I've earned $5 cash back on my checking account, and then I put app/Etsy because I do have a savings challenge that is out that I am selling. I don't have an Etsy shop or anything, but it is a March Madness savings challenge, and so if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments, or send me an email or DM me over on Instagram. So this is where my income is listed. And then I have my bills. And as far as my bills, I like to put a check mark when all of them are taken care of. And so it just lists out rent, insurance, vitamins, etc., etc. And if it's not checked off, it means it hasn't been paid. Or for this one, I actually paid $60 already. I will be making another payment towards this, but I haven't made it yet. So that one is not marked off. And then I still have a couple of subscriptions that still need to come out. And then this is where I list my cash envelopes under my bills. And so as you can see, I've already kind of gone over on the twins. And I have this column just so I know how much is remaining, and it turns red when it goes to negative. And so this is kind of a breakdown of the entire month, which I love. And then I have my debt breakdown right here, y'all. I will be doing a debt confession at some point, but I need to figure out what is owed on these two that are in yellow before I officially do that debt confession. And then I have my sinking funds all outlined here. And so this column or this area tells you, what the sinking fund is, what the current balance is, any contributions I've made over the month, anything I've spent or deducted, what my new balance is, what my goal amount for that particular sinking fund is, and how much I have remaining to get to that goal amount. All right. And then I have my savings listed below that. So my emergency fund, my children's 529s, my HSA savings challenges, and my buffer. And so I come to this section and update this pretty much every month, or sometimes throughout the month, just depending on what is happening. And then I have my expense tracker over on this one. And this one I started with, but I think I've kind of migrated everything over to this monthly January tab. So at any rate, y'all, I hope you all kind of like the new setup. I didn't really go into the nitty-gritty details on how I set everything up, but what I have is currently working for me. So if you have any questions about what I have, or any calculations that I had to figure out to make this happen, just let me know in the comments. I'm happy to share this information with you all. Definitely hope you all like this video, and just to see how much I've spent thus far this month. I don't really have a setup, I guess, for next month as far as like stuffing my cash envelopes. As for right now, I do have $10 still left in fun. I'll probably stuff some like in my envelope with the Facebook check, possibly. I'm not really sure at the moment. And then I also have to buy a few things for the twins with that Facebook check as well. So even though I may not stuff these envelopes, I'm still going to spend money from the Facebook check for some of my cash envelopes. So yeah. Like I said, hopefully you all enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit me up in the comments and let me know how you like the new digital setup. I still will use cash for my savings challenges, cash envelopes. Some cash will stay in the account, right? So if you're new here, like all my bills come out automatically, so they stay in my account. I do have some like my emergency fund, I just go ahead and transfer that over to my Ally savings account. My twins 529s, I transfer that over to their 529 account, stuff like that. So I still will be using cash and then prop money for some of those funds. But this is just, this really helps me to, I don't know. I don't like to calculate a whole lot on my own. So having things calculate for me is great. And then I can always double check to make sure everything is right. But then it's just so much easier for me just to type it in than it is for me to write it in, because I'm always on a computer somewhere, somehow. So hopefully this new system works out for me. But as always, remember, y'all, to keep it tidy, okay? And I hope to see you in the next video. All right. Bye.
Laugh it to the bank like ha 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 ha.